We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Motivated from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Tapping if you real, we don't fake nothing here. Got a team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. MOCA in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. Won't you lead 'em from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Down in the know where the soul don't break. MOCA built the lane where the real ones stay. Ain't no faking the funk, ain't no playing for clout. You bring that mess, we gon' sort that out. But this ain't about drama, it's about love. It's about healing, it's about trust. Every child, every voice, every name in the breeze. We gon' stand for the ones no one else gon' see. So we stand tall, we rise as one. Oh no, no bellows, the work ain't done. Won't you lead it from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. One mic, one tribe, one mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide. Where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. We rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No, lead it from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is the No Labels. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Stand tall. Join the family.
Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Monday, guys. Happy Monday. It's the start of a new week, and I'm so happy to be here. And I'm so happy to see each and every one of you here as well. Hope you all had a wonderful day. Hope you all had a productive day. But those of you that are here, welcome. Those of you that are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you that are returning, y'all already know what's up. Here at MOCA and the No Labels, there's no big I's, no little U's. All opinions are matter and all opinions are respected. We're one big happy family here. One time for your girl. If you forgot, may have slipped your mind. If you've not rang that doorbell on your way in, we're going to be sitting right here and giving you one moment to go and ring the bell. Ring the bell. Take your seat. Get comfortable. Because we do what family does here. We chit chat. We talk about things. Share out the live. And we're going to continue to do what we do. Hype up the live. Let YouTube know once again we are back here bringing you more interesting content. We have some things to talk about. You know, we've been on a mission, on a move, doing some things and, you know, grabbing cases here and, you know, grabbing cases there. And we haven't forgotten about our girl, Kada. No way, no how. We haven't forgotten. And there are some things that we still have questions about. So tonight, you, me, us, we, you know, we're going to go through those questions. We're going to ask those questions. And together, we're going to come up with some things. But before we do what we do, let me do what I do. That's speak to each and every one of my people that are gathered here tonight. Just want you all to know I love each and every one of you all because you all love me. And I appreciate you for that. My sister Kristen, I see you, my love. Nikki, I see you, girl. Go watch that game. That's where I should have been. That's where I should have been. My beautiful sister, Dr. J, is here. Rosalind, welcome, my love. April Webster, I see you. Cool girl sisters, welcome, welcome, welcome. Sherry White, welcome, my love. PJ, I see you, sis. I see you. My beautiful sister, Charlotte's Web. Hey, sis. Hey, sis. Let's see what we got going on up in here. My beautiful sister Deidre is here. Welcome, my love. Happy Monday to you all. Taisha, I see you, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My beautiful sister Living Life is here. Welcome, sis. I am enough. I see you, sister. I see you. Happy Monday, beautiful. Hey, my girl Wanda, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, beautiful? Hey, Tony, welcome, sis. Happy Monday to you, Cynthia Harmon. I see you, my love. Welcome, baby Leah. Welcome, mama. Sunshine, I see you, sis. I see you. Debbie, welcome, 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 my love. It's a beautiful Monday evening, guys. Weather is nice. The temperatures are feeling good. Hey, Breezy, welcome, my love. Welcome. Happy Monday to you, Essie. I see you, my love. Melissa, welcome, boo. Happy Monday to you, my beautiful sister. And it's up in here. Hey, boo. Welcome. Tina Powers, I see you, baby. Welcome. Welcome, my guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's all love up in here, my beautiful sister, Rock. Welcome, sis. Happy Monday, and I hope you enjoyed that birthday. Hey, Cam, welcome, baby. Happy Monday to you. Carla Henry, I see you, beautiful. Welcome, baby. Hey, Jazzy, welcome, my love. Happy Monday, boo. Lord, Tina said she was at church yesterday. The lady was speaking and she thought it was me, girl. Hey, Tanya Robinson, welcome, my love. Happy Monday to you, boo. Tony said hers was productive, and then I even had a good laugh. All right, my girl. Laughter is good for the soul, y'all. And we over here, we laugh a little bit. We cry a little bit. We talk a little bit. But that's what family do. That's what family do. Girl, I have the game on in here too while I'm talking to y'all. No new friends. I see you, my love. Welcome. Happy Monday to you, baby. Welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed your day, Rob. And I think I got a little bit of everybody. I don't want to miss nobody. I think we're there. So we're going to do what we're going to do. So, guys, we're here and, we want to talk a little more about Kada Scott. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful young lady. May God rest her soul. A lot has happened. We know what we know. We know what we know, right? We know what happened. Well, we know what they said happened. Something sweet. Welcome, my love. We know what they said happened. That's all we could go on. It's what they said happened. But then there's still other parts, pieces of this story that just don't add up. Because you don't just lose a young woman, find in a shallow grave, arrest the man tied to her disappearance, and still walk away with more questions, because that's how they left us. That's how they left us. But to me, that timeline never lined up clearly from the moment Kada walked out of work. That story went, the story around where she went, who she met, what happened next, it always felt shaky to me. Not because this case is complicated, but because the narrative, it changed too many times. Too many times. Dolores, welcome, my love. And when I say the narrative changed too many times, we have the harassing phone calls. We have the messages. We have the sudden leaving of her job, the surveillance trail, the dumped belongings, a damaged car that was linked to Keon King. Then there's footage of two people. And the truth of all of that, the only truth that we really know is that she ended up in that shallow grave. But somehow, throughout all of this, nobody could give us a step-by-step of what happened between her walking out of work and then being found deceased. Timeline with them many gaps in it. At this moment, we know something is not being said. We know something is not being said. Now, whatever that relationship was, friendship, situationship between Kada and Keon, we don't know. We don't know. It's just never been clear. We don't know if it was fear, pressure. We don't know none of that. We just don't know, and we still don't know. And if we do know, the answer to that might explain everything. But we are hearing that the boyfriend, and we don't even know if we could call him the boyfriend, guys, because that has not yet been verified. you know, the engagement. Hey, Michelle, welcome, baby. The boyfriend. Was he really her boyfriend? That question there stands out to me. Was he really her boyfriend? The one that he calls himself Taz? Was he really her boyfriend? And if he was, Evelyn Gentry, welcome, my love. If he was, one thing I could say, her family never mentioned him. Never mentioned him. And it seems to me a little suspicious, right? It seems a little suspicious if that's a boyfriend and was somebody that was acknowledged by the family. Why is it that he don't play a role? Why is it that the family don't say much in regards to the boyfriend? Tina says these young folks call boys and girls their friend, but really they're dating, courting, going out, wherever you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. So the question remains, was he really her boyfriend? Carla Henry said he wasn't at the funeral. Hello, Carla Henry. Not being at that funeral says a lot. That kind of answers my question, my love. Because if he was that boyfriend, right? Why was he not at this funeral? Something is suspicious to me. And tonight we're going to talk about it. We are going to, I love my chat. We're going to talk about it. So he wasn't at the funeral. Carla even gave us his name, Taz. Amir is his real name. Carla Henry, something ain't adding up to me. And PJ says, I am right where you are with this. Right where you are with this one, sis. PJ says, MOCA, I think boyfriend and King were working together. I believe that as well. Because if boyfriend was really boyfriend wouldn't be so quiet. Boyfriend wouldn't just disappear into thin air. Something in the milk ain't clean. And I pray to God that whatever it is, and whatever it is, whether it's good, bad, right, or wrong, I pray to God that it comes to the surface real soon. Because Kada's family needs justice. Kada's family needs justice. And as long as we keep Kada's name alive and keep pressure on the system, we support that family in getting the justice that they need. Tanya said he really wasn't her boyfriend. He helped set her up, and that's the avenue that we are on right now. Dolores says he wasn't, and he was not mentioned on the program. Hello, somebody. See, that's the type of things that I'm talking about. But he was eager. He was eager to jump on platforms. Leah, thank you, my love, for the super sticker. He was eager to jump on somebody's platform and want to talk about Kada. Who does that? Was that a way? Was that his way of trying to get himself out of the picture before he was included in the picture? Because what he spoke of on that platform, that had nothing to do with Kada. All you spoke about was chicken wings. Anybody go to lunch with anybody these days. So make that make sense, young man. Make it make sense. Ann says, seems like Keon and Taz was both running game on Kada. And I believe that. I believe that. She was seeing both of them. And I believe they held conversations. I believe that one couldn't stand the fact that she was spending more time with the other. And I believe, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's my belief that it will be revealed, it will come out that Taz may be the mystery man in that video. Jazzy said he's always been a suspect. This is sad. This is sad. And I agree with you, Tina. If he has anything to do, hey, Rosemary, welcome, my love. If he has anything to do with it, he needs to be behind bars as well. TM, welcome, baby. Happy Monday to you. Carla Henry says Kada didn't have a boyfriend. And I can understand that because the life Kada lived and the road that she was on, Kada had ambition. Kada had goals. Kada was planning for her future. No nonsense. Welcome, my love. And the thing that disturbs me the most, I look at Kada. I look at her beauty. I look at how vibrant she was and how well she spoke. And then I look at the two clowns. That's in the background of her demise. I wonder how. I wonder how, in God's name. Hey, Trina Ellis, welcome. I wonder how, in God's name, she got tied up with such. DD, welcome, my love. Cam says, what about the females that he lived with? Cam, in my opinion, they too are suspects. They played a role somehow, some way. Because Miss Lopez, Larisha Lopez, everywhere that Keon moved, everywhere that Keon went, everything that Keon did, Lopez was with him. Lopez tried to throw the other one under the bus, but Lopez was deep in it. Then we looking at Gabby. We got D. I mean, the list is long, y'all. Everybody played a part, but nobody wants to tell the story. Nobody wants to tell the story. Nobody wants to tell the story, and Kada deserves. Deborah Crosby, welcome, my love. Kada deserves so much more. Cool Girl Sisters says, girl, you just punched me in the gut with that one. Cool Girl Sisters just said, that boyfriend took her on a date to the very site where she was found. Look at my beautiful sister D's up in here. Hey, mama, and thank you so very much for that cash out, baby. Thank you, D, and I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Thank you so very much. But nonetheless, guys, nonetheless, Cool Girl Sister says that boyfriend took her to the site where she was found. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Let's talk about the boyfriend taking her there for a moment. Because I got a problem with that. And I have questions concerning that. Because the boyfriend in question, when you look up the boyfriend's background, right? This boyfriend has what he calls a landscaping business. He has a landscaping business. Imagine that. So where did the tools come from to dig such a shallow grave? And then, and it's just me, my opinion, trying to put pieces together. And then, Tanya said, Notorious Lopez, think about it exactly. And then, not only that, it's okay, D, but you sent it, baby, and I thank you so much. And then, when you look, Samantha, my love, welcome, boo. When you look at the quote-unquote boyfriends, Big Mama, I see you, my love, welcome. Dolores says, allegedly, it was said when he walked back up the hill, they were walking toward Taz's house. Taz has a criminal record. Not saying that, Taz record matches Keon's. in a sense. And says, I think that date Kada and Taz went on was the setup for Keon to set everything in motion. And I believe that. I believe that. Because why? At that particular time, he takes her on a date and everything goes left. So, let's take it back to what you all feel, because I want y'all input as well. What do y'all feel and how do y'all think about the landscaping business? You got a landscaping business and this baby was found in a shallow grave, and yet you were supposed to be quote unquote a boyfriend? Jazzy, I'm with you. He knows how to dig a hole if he does landscaping. Boo Banga, welcome, my love. This makes no sense. This is, whew. But I'm with Kristen on this. What was it? What was it about Kada that made them feel she wasn't worth living? What was it about Kada that made them feel that they needed her out the way? And then for two thuggish, barely educated street thugs to take her life. What was it that Kada knew? What was it? This is a hard pill to swallow. Ann says, I do think Keon and Taz knew each other. All along, I think Keon was also Taz's pharmacist, as Gabby says. They all buy from Keon. Gabby knows so much more. And that role she's taken in not wanting to be a snitch, she needs to get off of it. She really needs to get off of it because Keon King ain't never coming out. And if Taz, along with Lopez, Gabby, D, if they all are involved, something needs to be done with all of them. Not one, all of them. All of them. PJ says, ooh, girl. PJ says, MOCA, allegedly Taz sent $3,000 to Keon. Keon's brother account a week before Kada was unalive. Mm. Hmm. Hmm. So what was the $3,000 for? See, it's things like this that makes Taz not look so good? Why would you send $3,000 to Keon's brother's account a week before Kada was unalived? Was that a surety payment? Was it a down payment? What was it for, a task? See, because now I want to know. You get off $3,000 this week, and the next week Kada's gone. So who is the hit man? Who is the hit man? Now Keon's brother's account got $3,000. Caesar, there's a lot of involvements in here. So now, Keon, you're sitting over there in that orange jumpsuit. You got a lot to think about. Your brother in Taz is out there. This story don't just end right here. Because Kada did not deserve to leave here the way she did. Oh, Lord, my girl D said her neighbor next door has a landscaping business, and oh, Lord, he's a woman beater, Jesus. Kristen says Kada had so much going for herself. Why would she even want to be around them people? See, Kristen, that part, we have a lot of unanswered questions. It's a lot of unanswered questions. But for those questions to be so unanswered, in my heart, it should have never equated to that young lady losing her life at all. Carla Henry says, I heard money laundering. They were scared she was going to run her mouth. Wow. So whatever they had going on, Kada knew of the business they were running. She knew what they had going on, allegedly. So from what's being said, and that's only speculation because I have no concrete proof of this, she knew too much of the business. But regardless of what she knew, in my opinion, and what she didn't know, it should have not equated to this young lady losing her life. And that's all we want to know is, what was it? What was it that made you all do this to this baby? You're welcome, Boo Banga. We got to keep her alive. All these women and children deserves a voice. And they deserve someone to advocate for them outside of the family, because I know there comes a time when these families, they're pressured, they're tired, they're weary, and they're worn. And we as a community, whether we know them, don't know them, we have to help them along the way. It's a lot of, oh Lord, Kristen want Taz in the back room. Ann says, I'm feeling that there was someone else in that car with Keon when he picked Kada up from her job. And no new friends. Welcome, my love. And I've been saying that from the very beginning. I believe she was forced in that car. I believe she didn't go willingly. And in my opinion, I believe she was threatened. And fear is what made her get into that car. Because if it was just something casual, being that she knew Keon King, and she knew she had to return back to work, right? She knew she had to return back to work. It would have been very simple for Kada to leave in her own car and come back to work. And that's why I'm in agreement with you, Ann. Somebody was in that car. Somebody was in that car. Tanya said it sounds like a racket. There's apparently a whole lot more people involved in this case. There are. There are. Kristen says it takes a lot of planning if it happened the way they're saying it did. Not necessarily, Kristen. Hey, awesome Miss Wilson, welcome, my love. Black Beauty, welcome, my love. Happy Monday, sis. Kristen says it takes a lot of planning if it happened the way people are saying it did. Not necessarily, boo. And I'm going to tell you why. When you've dibbled and dabbled and you've played in serious crimes like this before, you from the streets and you used to doing things that these people do and move the way that they move. Impulse. Carla Henry, yes, I saw that. Keon don't go back to court until February. Carla Henry said, and I heard it was a man in the back. I heard it was a man in the back. Was the one, oh, that pow-powed her. Jesus. D says she had to be clawing like a cat. So it had to be someone else to hold it down while someone else was driving. That part, D. Black Beauty, thank you so much, my love. Thank you. D, and you're right. I agree with you. I'm sure Kada put up a fight. And I'm sure more is going to be revealed, right? And I pray to God that in her fight for survival. There's DNA on Kada's skin. I believe, and I'm going to say it over and over and over again, that baby was forced in that car. She didn't go alone. Cool Girl Sister says, Mocha, do you think she told something about what she knew? That he told Keon what she knew too much? I don't know, Cool Girl Sister. Awesomeness. You know, as we were talking about it, we said that she got in that car not willingly. You just put the icing on that cake for me just there. Because as I was speaking on it and going through the comments, that's exactly where my mind went. Awesomeness. That's who I believe was in that car. The both of them. I believe it was those two, Keon and Taz. I believe those were the two that was in that car. I believe that. I do believe that. And it's a shame. Right? Awesome says they all know each other. They all ran together. They all did the most together. Well, Carla Henry, to my understanding, they said it was Keon's brother. They said it was Keon's brother that worked at that nursing home. I believe. Hey, my beautiful niece, welcome, boo. Dee said all it takes is some trust in someone. You'll get in the car thinking nothing different. And she didn't. She didn't think nothing different, Dee, because she was used to being in their company. She smoked a little weed. They were her suppliers. She was comfortable. She was used to being around them. But she didn't expect what she got. This DD the Virgo. Let's clear that up. Because it's been said over and over and over again. It's been said that his dad was the lead detective, y'all. Now, we gonna get it right. Keon King's dad, he worked. Of course, he does work with the PD. Lead detective? No. Detective? Mm-mm. But he does. What his rank is now, but they did say, listen, it was said that he was a part of the investigation, right? They did say he was working on the team investigating the disappearance of Kada. Imagine that. Imagine, DD, thank you for becoming a member, my love. Imagine that. Mary Kay, I see you, boo. Welcome, my love. And girl, don't you worry about being late. We here. We are here. Yes, Tanya, yes. We are connecting the dots. PJ said it was said that Taz only lived a few blocks from the school. PJ, it was also said, and you're right, because it was also said that once the damage was done and they went walking down the hill, they walked down the hill towards Taz's house. So how could Taz not be a part of the mix? And then they're saying that the car stayed there parked all night. Now they're assuming that these people were sitting in that car all night. No, they weren't. They got out of that car, walked down the hill. They spent hours and hours and hours at Taz's house. Came back to that car when they were ready because they had got together what they needed to get together. That's why so many different vehicles were involved in this. We got to make it make sense. Taz vehicles, Keon vehicle, the stolen vehicle that got smashed. See, the stolen vehicle that got smashed, that was a decoy. And guess who else was at Taz's house? Down the hill, I'm sure. Lopez. Mm-mm. This is too much. Also, Ms. Wilson says Philly is small. The girls knew Kada for years. Of course they did. Of course they did. Ann said, and they got to know Kada's patterns of her comings and goings. Dee and Gabby was stalking Kada for Keon. I could believe that. I could believe that. I'm so glad Dee said, I'm a new member. I love it here. And we love having you, boo. We love having you. Ann says, at one time, not now, but at one time, Keon's father had a high-ranking job in Philly. And Ann, I could see him no longer having a high rank, nothing. All his children are menaces. He has one in prison with a rap sheet just like the one that's sitting in jail right now. And then you got one that may be going to meet him if he really collected those $3,000 a day before Kada went missing. This is crazy to me. Awesome, it says, boyfriend found out she was talking to other dudes. Oh. And took her out by mistake. Keon, in a jail call, says it was supposed to be a threat. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. We need Taz. We need Taz to answer some questions because on Taz's rap sheet, Taz has a charge of being in possession of a weapon. with scratched off serial numbers. So Taz, and like I said prior, he has many charges related, very similar to Keon King in prior incidences. And now here it is. It's being said that Keon is in jail and he's talking on the phone. And while talking on the phone, he's telling people that they were just supposed to be threatening Kada and Taz. You did this. Justice for Kada, Lord. Justice for Kada. They're all going down. Jazz wants to know, is that why the car got smashed so quickly? They had DNA evidence in that car, boo. That's where it started. In that car. DD said Taz lived on the same block as the school down the street. We gonna call him out. Awesome Miss Wilson said they already got his jail calls. Hello, awesome Miss Wilson, we thank you. Thank you. And for that reason, they should all be in jail. I agree. Each and every, welcome Wanda. Welcome back. And we will continue to pray for you and Willow. We will. Ann says, if Taz had a landscaping job, which consists of digging, he could have helped dig that shallow grave. And I believe he was a part of that. I do believe, Ann, because on his Instagram page, it's listed as him operating a landscaping business. Got a name and everything for it. So we need Taz. We need Taz to come to the forefront. On which your sunshine, his ass need to be under the jail. He needs to be, Rashida, welcome, my love. Hey, Kamara, welcome. PJ says, Taz. Hey, Simone, welcome, boo. PJ says, Taz, snake ass, talking about some damn chicken wings. That's what took me out. You got a whole woman missing. Somebody you called your girlfriend, right? But then you want to sign up for an interview with a content creator for what? To be seen, to be heard? Because nothing you said made sense. Absolutely nothing. Because I didn't log in to hear you talk about no chicken wings, Taz. So you mean to tell me Kada was worth chicken wings to you? Who does that? No. This makes no, young and dumb. Awesome as Wilson said that landscaping place was down the street also. What? It's all beginning to make sense, y'all. Connecting these dots. Connecting these dots. Because I don't understand, how is it that the police is shuffling their feet? I don't understand that. I don't understand it. Right, Tina? Forget them chicken wings. Tell us what really happened. Cool Girl Sister says, Mocha, I believe that when they went to his house, they got tools for digging holes. Girl, it just don't make no sense when you connect these dots. Why is it that he's in the center of it all? Awesome and sad. He getting them struck. That's what they get for putting his picture up there, because ain't nothing came out in the public yet. Gotta be careful. You gotta be mindful. You don't put people pictures out there. You don't expose people's personal business because you want to have it on black and white documented. Stop that. That family needs justice. Exactly, Deborah. And that's what hurts so bad. These young men today, they have absolutely no respect for these young women. No respect. They're at the end. Welcome, baby. Welcome. Happy Monday to you, my love. And this is sad. This is sad that somebody's daughter had to go through this. Behind what? And the thing is, they went through all that trouble because I don't believe you just go around scattering somebody's personal belongings. Scatter their glasses, their cards, their personal items. You don't do shit like that unless you're trying to confuse a search or erase a trail or give investigators false direction. When belongings are left behind in different places, they did that deliberately. And I'm curious to know that, what I'm curious to know is, why is there a possible second person but no second arrest? I'm curious. Surveillance footage shows two people, two bodies, two figures, two individuals moving what they believe to be Kada. And it confuses me as to why. It confuses me as to why only one person is charged. That's the biggest question that still needs answering. But then when you look at it, all the key players, because it wasn't just one key player, they all were involved. Everybody had a hand in this mess. But then they take these street code honors. Silence. We don't talk. We don't say nothing. We don't talk. What? No, Evelyn, you're already subscribed, baby. I don't know I don't know how you're getting that message, but you're already subscribed to the channel, my love. Carla said she had a closed casket funeral. That's how bad. Oh, God. She said that's how bad they had done Kada. Mm, 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 mm. But I did read that somewhere. I read that somewhere. Carla had said that they had done her body so bad. They said they called in a anthropologist. And I couldn't understand that for a minute. It's like it didn't want to register, it didn't want to process. And I'm like, a anthropologist? What? That's how bad it was. These stories are hard. And if they're hard for us to just come out here and re-mention them, imagine how hard it is for the family. My heart goes out to Kada's family. It's enough. They had to deal with that baby girl being missing. They went through this for days and days, not knowing where she was. And then for her to turn up, that was a little relief, right? And then the heartbreak came all over again when they had to go and identify her. The monsters that did that not only were monsters, they were animals. Animals, because you don't do this to human beings. Oh, Lord Jesus. Ann says, I think mommy and daddy has influence from our Philly police to help cover up a lot of evidence against Keon. I heard there were a lot of real respectable people, big people from the city that attended Kada's funeral, and that's a beautiful thing. It warms my heart just to know that her family has that type of support behind them. You know, integrity means a lot in this world. Money and the love of it is the root of all evil. There's no way, knowing that a human done such a horrendous crime to another human being, I could ever stand before a judge nor a jury and represent that. You would rot, young man. And everything and everybody that's attached to you that has to stand trial would rot. Because you don't do that. Cool Girl Sister, they did say more arrests to come. More to come. I don't even want to know what that body was like. I don't even want to know, because when I heard the word anthropologist, that told me everything I needed to know. Told me everything I needed to know. And it said that Kada's family has been getting death threats since. Death threats for what? That's what I want to know. Why would these people be getting death threats? What did they do? What did these people do to be getting death threats because they want justice, because they don't want the attorney on the case, because they're not going to stop until they get what they deserve for their baby girl. So why are they getting death threats? This is insane. This is insane. D, yeah, girl, them 2 pages tripped me out. And let me tell you why, because I'm on StreamYard and not YouTube. I stream to YouTube through StreamYard. And StreamYard is not letting me set up just one stream where I could attract both audiences. So that's why you see two, mama. But I'm gonna work it out. Carla Henry says, oh my God, this is getting sicker and sicker. Carla Henry says, allegedly they poured some type of liquid on her body to make that body disappear. I just said it, animals. 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 This is insane. And they want mercy. Hey, Lisa Wilson, welcome, my love. This is inhumane. Oh, Michelle said the same thing. It was said they poured some kind of fluid on her. Poured some type of fluid on her so her body could deteriorate faster. I wonder if the boyfriend is the one that gave them that fluid. Jesus. Awesome. It says Keon stole that car just to go get her. They gave him the college girl. They gave him the college girl text. Now, stop. They gave him the college girl text now, so the number didn't trace him. Right. Oh, Lord. That's why they had to call that anthropologist in to help that medical examiner identify her body. Hey, Wendy, welcome, boo. So, yeah, Tony, acid. Jesus. Like I said, they've been doing this. You don't just up and think about something like this in the heat of the moment. My God, my God, my God. There's no way. My heart hurts for her parents. After going through all of this, and now they're being threatened, now it wouldn't go down like that. Philly, it's time to stand up. Kristen said, Mooka, that's why I appreciate how you do things. You don't involve anyone who don't need to be. Oh, no, girl. No. You do things decently and accordingly, baby. Awesome. It says, it's 3 schools on that complex. I went to 2, not the one she was buried. And I went to Penn State too, just like her. Okay, so it's 3 schools sitting there on that big lot. Wow. Wanda said, at least it's not another Detroit. But Wanda, just that alone, baby, is bad. It's bad. And that's what we waiting on, cool girl, the arrest for the rest. Ann said they had to have a closed casket. Oh, yeah, Ann. Oh, and now we know why. Now we know why it was badly decomposed, Ann. Kristen said, it just come to me. If Keon's father has such influence over this case, he don't. What would happen then if caught? Because Kada's family has a few state representatives on their side. Kada's family have big power on their side. From what I saw at that funeral. Ann says Kada's family is getting death threats because they're naming names, as they should. How else in the hell will they get justice for their baby if they don't name names? This don't make sense. They deserve to name names. And if you're not guilty, why threaten me? See, that's the problem with people today. They want to do dirty things. They want to do the most. But then they don't want to assume what comes behind what they've done. Cowards. Cowards. We're going to keep that family in prayer. This is sad. Oh, Lord. This is, we go back. Now we got to ask a few questions. Acid, digging tools, and a hole in the ground. Ain't too many people, at least that I know of. But then, shut up, Mocha, because you ain't familiar with shit like that. How do one just get their hands on acid? If anybody could, somebody please educate me because I need to know this. How does one get their hands on acid? Because in my mind, I'm believing you got to know somebody to get that. Jesus Christ. So that means a lot of people is involved in this. Acid. Maybe you pour a little bit on the tree stump and then eat the tree stump to the roots immediately, so I could go get my job done. Something like that. I don't know. But it ain't sounding right to me. We got to make this make sense. Yes, Lord, Deborah Crosby. Overkill. We got to make this make sense. Wow. Tanya, sis, I don't believe that's their first time either. Oh my God. Ann says, I believe. I think this is how the others will get caught too. The threats are serious. Jesus. PJ, you know what? I'm about to end this live. I'm about to end this live because this right here just took me clean over the top. That's it and that's all. PJ says, Smoker. It was said, child, child, child. It was said that the stolen car belonged to Gabby's cousin. Well, ain't that a bitch? Man, let me get my Charlie Brown puzzle book out. Where is my marker? We connecting some dots. Gabby, I called for you once before, Gabby. Gabby, I sent for you once before, Gabby. Now, Gabby, this is my second time sending for you, Gabby. See these lies. Y'all think they'll never come out. It was said that the stolen car belonged to Gabby's cousin. Gabby, who is your cousin? But you innocent in all of this. Because I find it strange. A car, 3 o'clock in the morning, parked on whatever time it was, parked on side of the road in Philly with the keys still in it. Come here, Gabby. You want to tell me who is your cousin? And how did your cousin know to leave a car there for Keon to just pick up, Gabby? Whew. Hello. Lisa said, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm from Philly. It's sad. I left Philly in 97. My daughter, brother, etc., family and friends are there. Kids there are out of control. Out at 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. We need Gabby. Gabby got to tell me about cousin Carr. Not only not only is Gabby, I just need to talk to Gabby. That's it. That's all. That's all I want to know. Tina says, I hope her family holds them accountable for everything that they did to her. Sister, cousin, niece, daughter, friend, accountability must be had. Justice for Kada. That's all I want to, that's all we need. Jazzy wants to know, can you buy acid at a store? at a maybe a supply, a farm supply or something like that, but can't just go in Walmart and buy that. I'm sure of it. Whew. Look, D crazy. D said, I'm gonna go ask the man, I'm gonna ask them next door where you get it from. Dorothy Ann said the big question is why did they target her for unaliving? Dorothy Ann, that's what we want to know. Why her? I don't give a damn what she knew and what she didn't know. I don't care what she knew. To unalive her. And in the way that you did, that's inhumane. And we want answers. Her parents deserve answers. Tony says a landscaper can get their hands on anything to get the job done. That fake boyfriend knows someone who can get that kind of stuff. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. This is unbelievable. Hey, pretty wings, welcome, my love. Carla Henry said everybody knew about Gabby and the mess. Simone said in certain places you could buy acid or the acetone as well as paint thinner. Hey, Sahita in low. I hope I'm not chopping up your name, my love. But welcome to the chat. Blessings, baby, blessings. And thank you. Thank you for this. I'm going to be at every court date. Thank you, my love. We appreciate you for that. And what we appreciate more is if you could report back to us. If you could report back to us, baby, when you attend those court dates, we would truly, truly appreciate that. Because Kada needs justice. We got to ease. The more we get the story out, we got to help her ease her parents' hearts. Because this is too much. Too much. Anne said, I remember the night before Kada's funeral. I got off the line. I warned Gabby on here not to try to go to Kada's funeral. They were going to do harm to her. I was actually scared for Gabby. And did she show up? Wanda said I was saying that because her family care. As one family that gave names and speaking out for answers, stalking these young ladies, yeah. And Gabby's the one who's been befriending the young, yeah, Gabby is a problem. Gabby told on herself. That's right, Carla Henry. Gabby told on herself from the very beginning. Gabby came out here talking and never thought the things that she said would eventually be used against her. Dorothy Ann said they said their cousin was door dashing, went to deliver whatever, and left the keys in the car. Make it make sense. Is the lies for me? Deborah Crosby says all it takes is these live chats to bring them out. They need to come out. They need to come out. They need to be exposed because this is crazy. The world that we know today and the world that we used to know. Our children are coming up missing. Young women are coming up missing. And these young men walking around here without a care in the world, no education, no morals, no family values. Who raised these clowns? And for anybody that has anything to do with the unaliving of Kada, I have no remorse, no sympathy, no nothing for them. And their families, their parents should be ashamed of themselves because they didn't do a good job. Because most children, I understand our kids leave home, they go out in the streets and they do what they want to do. I understand that. But if you ain't got no values and morals instilled in yours, they know how far to go. But these animals here, they had no limits as to how far they would go. So yes, I blame their parents. Shame on y'all. Tony says, hey, y'all, the $3,000 might be for the car that was stolen and smashed. It happened so fast, Tony, that could be another thing. That could be another thing, Tony. You're right. It could have been to pay for the car. But no, Tony, because the $3,000 supposedly went to Keon's brother's account. And the smashed car supposedly belonged to Gabby's cousin. My sister Charlotte said, I'm willing to bet my life that Keon's sperm donor was just in the house. He didn't nurture those boys. They're out of control, Charlotte. Out of control is right. Because they all stay in trouble. Right, Tanya? I don't believe you can just pick that up anywhere. Cool Girl's sister says, MOCA. Allegedly, Gabby and their cousin was in a car on that road watching out. They were lookout people. Remember that? Remember there was a car that pulled off when Keon and Taz came walking from that school. That's something to think about. We don't know who was in the car. So we're going to say allegedly. But we're connecting the dots. Lisa said, yes, Mocha, I have 4 kids. My oldest is a nurse. She's in Valley Forge, PA. I'm 2 hours away. My kids here don't like Philly. Only on special occasions we're in and out. Baby, protect yours. Dee said, my kids already understand. If you do anything like this, and I know about it, it's a wrap. I'm telling and singing like a bird, change your damn last name. That part. That part. Ann says, see, it's coming out. Kata's going to get her justice. I hate that it had to be this way, and I hate that she had to lose her life. But her parents is going to see this through. I see it for them. I feel it for them. I believe it for them. It said that Gabby and Dee were runners and set up chicks for Keon. This is why they all have the same charges together. Boom. Boom. So far, there's 3 that I know of that has the similar charges. And I'm sure if we uncover more people and dig a little deeper, they may have the same charges too. But from what we know today, Keon, Gabby, and Taz share the same charges. Same charges. Oh, I didn't know you could buy that at hardware stores. Charlotte said, if he would have mentioned those chicken wings one more time, between him and Shannon, I don't know who says chicken wing or 5 kids more. Girl, that part. I was so sick of hearing about them damn chicken wings. Oh, Lord. And that's what I was wondering if I was hoping she didn't show up to the funeral, and I'm glad you said she didn't. Tina says, if y'all listen very carefully, she was telling us what happened. Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. We need Gabby. Oh, Lord. It could have been paint thinner. Simone said a family member poured paint thinner on a baby daddy car. Oh, Lord. Whew. That part, cool girl sister, because there was no report made about a stolen car. Ann said that's what bothered me. If Taz was Kata's so-called boyfriend. See, Ann, that's where it hurts the most. Because he got on social media exploiting her pretty damn much. Why would you do an interview? Why would you even mention her name? Why would you even come forth pretending? But yet you couldn't show your ass up at a funeral. No, this ain't making no sense. You didn't go to the funeral. Why? Then you made this long post about I couldn't save her. I couldn't do this. Stop it. Just stop it. It's all these plays for me. Oh, for sure, Deborah Crosby, the truth ain't being told. Carla Henry said, this is making me scared. You can't trust no one anymore. Carla Henry, again, like I said, the world today, it's not the world that we used to know. Big Mama, that part. Big Mama said, I'm better off alone because you can't trust people these days. I'm very trusting until I'm not. Oh, Tony, you better believe that. When it comes to Keon King, Gabby will sell our own self. So my girl, Simone. Right, Tony. Tony said, but Mocha, don't forget you can release money from the account if you're in jail, right? This is too much. Also, Miss Wilson says, Kada didn't like tasks like that. So, if Kada didn't like tasks like that, let's play devil's advocate for a second. If she didn't like tasks like that, right? Is it possible? Is it possible? We know the reputation that's been exposed on Keon King and who he was. He was the neighborhood pharmacist. Is it possible? We know they both, Keon and Taz, birds of a feather. They ran together. But is it possible that Taz had a little more influence, had a little more weight, had a little more manpower, street pull than Keon King did? Kada didn't like it like that. So is it possible that Taz punked Keon King into going set that conversation up for him to pull up and meet Kada that night and take her off? Because I mean, the conversations that Kada and Keon supposedly had, nothing bad was revealed through those text messages. So Kada was comfortable with Keon. So is it possible that Taz threw his weight around and punked Keon King? I'm just curious. This shit ain't making sense. Kristen don't make no sense. Ann says the way Gabby helped set up Kada. The way Gabby helped set up Kada. She better remember karma spins back around. They may eventually do her the way they did Kada. Gabby knows too much. So the core. Let's go back to the core. The core. Right? The core that is in question. That was Gabby's cousin, quote unquote cousin's core. Right, Tony? They need the village. Ann said Keon could be the pharmacist, the plug. Shut your mouth. That's where I went. That's where I was going with that, Ann. Now, Gabby. It said the car belonged to Gabby's cousin. I'm getting conflicting stories because it all also has been said that the car belonged to what they said was a door dasher, and he was a Caucasian man. Either way, either way, Keon King was wrong. It's two left shoes. As two left shoes, he was wrong. This is so heartbreaking in the worst way. See, right now, this case is very quiet. We don't know if it's quiet because things are happening behind the scenes or quiet because the truth is uncomfortable. It's quiet. And maybe it's because of the threats that is being made. Because one moment the community was in uproar, crying out for Kada, sharing our story, demanding justice. And then all of a sudden the funeral came and now it's nothing. Silence don't always mean peace. Right? Silence sometimes means somebody doesn't want the rest of the story coming out. Somebody don't want the rest of this story coming out. Stacy Crosby, welcome, my love. Stacy Crosby says the boyfriend supposed to be in the back seat. A supposedly undercover witness sent it to another show. Wow. So if it was a supposedly other witness and it sent it, had nerve to send it someplace else, you ain't just a witness, you are an accomplice because you were there. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. Oh, Lord Jesus. You know, and what's sad is we want justice for this baby. That family should not be carrying no more burdens. They shouldn't have to live in fear. They shouldn't have to watch over their backs. Hey, Shrell, welcome, sis. They shouldn't have to watch where they go. They've been through enough. This is sad. The system failed Kada. You let a repeat kidnapper walk free. When you sit up there and you lie about previous victim didn't show up to court. You didn't do your homework. You didn't do your due diligence. You didn't go find out why she didn't go to court. Y'all were quick to drop the charges. He bonded out on that. Y'all didn't put him on no house arrest. Y'all didn't do no type of intervention. Y'all didn't provide no type of prevention for or protection for victims in the future because you knew he was capable of it. Instead, y'all let him back out on the streets to meet somebody that was worse than him, and he partnered up with him. The system don't protect women these days, especially black women, from dangerous men, and these were some dangerous men. Because things like this happens again and again and again. The girl that didn't show up to court. Kada, who didn't live to see another day. She paid the price. The motive behind all of this has never been explained. Tony said Gabby doesn't know the hole she done dug for herself because she knows too much and a real OG will not leave any witnesses. So karma. Is going to spin the block. It's going to spin the block. Charlotte's Web said that's when it's all going to come out. Because you have to order that. And it's going to be traced. I didn't think you could just go and buy acid. I never thought you could just go pick that up. Unless it's different elsewhere. But I know here you can't just go buy that. Charlotte said they wanted that poor baby to be unrecognizable so she would never be found. Do you know what type of evil that takes in a person? That's not new to them. That's what I said, girl. That's evil. Stacy said that boyfriend works for landscaping. And that's where it could have came from. Hey, Tonya Nika, welcome, boo. Ann says Philly wanted Kada to have her funeral drama-free. And now that Kada is buried, hits have been put out on certain people. The family knows who's involved. This is why they're being threatened. That's so disheartening. So the family is being threatened. What actions? What stance is Philly taking in all of this? Where's protection when you need it? Now the community needs to rally. Or is it that everybody's afraid? Everybody's being threatened. This is a lot. That family, if it's going down the way I'm being told it's going down, right, D? That family needs to have protection. I'm scared for them. If they did their daughter like that. And they're still walking around here with no heart, going to bed at night. Smiling in somebody's face. Eating at somebody's table. Walking the street next to innocent people. Going in and out of stores. And you're capable of doing such a thing like this. I'm scared too. This is too much. This is too much. We're going to revisit this. As we know right now, all Keon's charges they all still remain on the table. His lawyer is still active, vocal, still fighting on his behalf. And I want y'all to know that his lawyer done filed motions and objections. But nothing changes the seriousness of these crimes and these charges. But his lawyer has filed motions. The courts are being kind of tight-lipped. It's said that they're being mindful about public hearings, public hearing updates. They don't want to update the community, and you can't do that. I don't give a damn what they say. You cannot seal that. That girl's family has a right to attend every court hearing concerning their daughter. So I don't know where this come from about sealing, concealing his court dates and not allowing it to be public. We still waiting for the arrest of the person that was seen on the surveillance. The DA have not come out, with no new statements. They're not releasing new evidence. They're not saying the motive. Everything right now is sealed and silent. And I want to believe that it's happening that way because they're building a case. This case is still active. Even with the arrests, even with the charges, it's still active. And all it says is that there's more to this story that has not gone public yet. And is moving behind closed doors. There should be no chaos, no threats, none of that. Every day should be a day to honor Kada. Every day should be a day to demand truth. And for us, every day should be a day to pay attention. Keep her story alive. To me, this is not just the case. Kada was somebody's daughter, somebody's sister and friend. Kada was somebody who deserved to grow old. She didn't get a second chance at life. But I believe in my heart, Kada will get the justice that she deserves. So where do we go from here, y'all? Got to keep our eyes open. Stay alert for the court updates. And we go keep watching for filings, motions, and the changes in charges because they know how to change charges. And we listen and wait to see what happens with that second person that was in that video. It's just a lot. Kada deserves so much more. And we gonna keep saying her name, saying her name, saying her name, because her life was taken too soon. Tony says, I wouldn't live in Philly. If they paid me, my nephew lived there. Their mom passed away. Ann says, Keon may not make it out alive. Oh, Lord. Yes, Tony, we got to pray for that family. PJ said, Mocha, what do you think about the lawyer? He said that after praying, God told him to take the case. What? What? Ain't, oh, I don't know. You know, we know there ain't but one God. Ain't but one. But we all don't serve the same one. And God, I don't know what God told him, but the way I'm built, I have morals, I have values. There's no way I could sleep at night. $1, no amount of money could make me represent somebody. Not only did they take a human life, but to take it the way that they took this baby's life. No amount of money would allow me to represent an animal. So he could stop lying on God. God didn't tell him that. You know who told him that? Greed. Greed is what told him to take that case. Greed and wanting to be seen. That's what made him take the case. It's all about $1. Oh my God, PJ. Look at that. PJ's going to always hold Kada in her heart. Tomorrow's PJ's birthday. Kada's birthday. Her grandson's birthday. Well, hell, I can't forget Kada either. Tomorrow is. Oh, no. I don't have my brother's birthday is on Wednesday. I had a sister whose birthday was today. PJ, that's a day you're going to always remember. Girl. D crazy. D says his wife told him to take that case because they needed extra money. D, you are crazy. He wants to be seen, Carla Henry, another high profile case. Ann says Shaka used to be a Philly police officer before he became a lawyer. This is how we know so much about Shaka. Wow. 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 You know, sometimes we have to choose morals, decency, and value over $1. Doing the most for $1 could have you out here looking crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. Because then you lose sight of who you are. You become a monster. because you're chasing a dollar. Justice for Kada. Justice, and that's all we could continue to do. Hashtag justice for Kada. We're going to do everything in our power to keep her name alive. Support that family. And tomorrow we'll celebrate her doing a live stream, wishing her a happy heavenly birthday. While we do our happy birthday dance and song for our girl PJ. Kada should still be here, planning her birthday, thriving in her business. This is heartbreaking, but all these stories are. So guys, we're going to get up out of here. We're going to get up out of here. We'll be back tomorrow doing what we do. And we're going to leave out of here with hashtag justice for Kada. Hashtag justice for Kada. We want our family to know that we support them. We love them. Because no mother deserves to go through what this family is going through. Nobody. And I'm going to say goodnight, guys. I love you all. Replay gang, I love you all as well. Make sure you all hit that like button for your girl. Share out the live. Let the world know what's going on with Kada and this situation. We all have to come together and support this family. YouTube should be lit up right now with Kada Scott. Especially knowing what her family is facing at this moment. Love you too, sunshine. And I love you more, girl. But we're going to get out of here. And we'll be back here tomorrow doing the same thing. You all have a blessed night.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Motivated from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. MOCA in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. Know the bells, the work ain't done. Won't you lead 'em from the heart now? tribe, one mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's a chat where the truth and the love collide, where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. Load the bells, the work ain't done. Leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care are everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is Enola Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Stand tall and join the family.
Good night, everyone. God bless.